question. How do I say my best friend in Turkish?
There's a lot of different ways to say it. Different parts of Turkey have different slang, different dialects. So
Slang.
the proper way to say it would be en yakın arkadaşım, which means my closest friend. You can also say like dostum. You can say, I don't know, we have like slang too where like we say like kanka. Like for example, that's like blood brother almost, where like people are like siblings to that extent. But yeah, there's a different way to say things. A lot. Like I feel like the languages, especially in that area, are a lot more rich than English
So
is.
it's different in different parts of Turkey.
Yeah.
It's similar. Like a lot of the words are similar in Farsi.
Yeah.
Like dostum, we say like dost. You know, so it's
A lot of
like
the words
friend.
all come from each other, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I remember this show. It's giving me feels.
I'm actually sad that like Can Yaman, the actual actor, is an asshole in person.
Don't tell them that. They're gonna be heartbroken. There's so many people that watch it too.
I know. So just news flash for anybody who actually watched Erken Cukuş, which is like a Turkish soap opera that Shamisa thought she was Turkish and liked to watch.
I was in the show.
So Shamisa decided to watch it, and the main actor there is actually an asshole in person.
Yes.
Apparently he's rude, and like there's stuff about him all over media.
Oh, sorry, I love you.
All good.
Yeah, apparently he's. I thought they were like the best couple. Yeah, I'll take that.
Like they would have been cute in person together.
I thought they were actually in love, but he
So
only
did
did
I.
it for the show. What a piece of shit! I'm so mad. I hate when they do that. They get our hopes up, like the viewers, the fans. They get our hopes up, and then it's trash.
Like I thought he was so hot.
Well, he is, but he's also an asshole.
Yeah, so apparently, with the main actress on the show, he said that he had to sleep with her to make it seem like he actually cared about her.
That's so much. Don't do me any favors.
Honestly.
I can't believe. So I'm gonna be using the Moira Cosmetics palette. Isn't the packaging so nice? Look at it. This is so pretty, and we're gonna be doing a smoky eye. Okay, so let's go on to the next question. Where is the best place to visit?
Honestly, that's a
Everywhere?
question that you can't really. There's no best place to visit in Turkey. It's so beautiful, and there's so much history, and there's just so many different cities that you have to see. Like you would need at least 3 months to explore a majority of it, and that's not even doing it justice.
Yeah.
I mean, Istanbul alone, you can spend days in like a week at least. And then there's Antalya, Kemer, like the Bodrum area. There's the historic parts of Turkey.
Yeah.
Like the Trojan Horse is in Turkey. Athena's Pool is in Turkey. The Cotton Hills, Pamukkale, absolutely gorgeous. And it's just Cappadocia with the hot air balloons.
Oh my god, I've seen photos of Cappadocia. Oh, don't even start.
There's just so much to do in Turkey, and like the Great
so much
Grand Bazaars.
history.
Yeah, like you can't just, there's no best place to visit. You have to just pick a city and explore it with whatever time you have left there.
Yeah, for real. I don't think I could do it in a month either. Like there's so much to see. There's so many places to visit.
There's a lot, yeah. You would need at least like a summer, like 3 months.
That would be so nice. You go back home often though, no?
I go back home every like 2-3 years. I see different parts of Turkey though, because my family's kind of dispersed. But yeah, definitely I would recommend anybody who hasn't seen it, go see it at least once in your life.
Yeah. Even if you're going to like 1 or 2 cities, it's worth it.
100%. And anyone who's never been to Europe at all, I highly recommend anywhere in Europe. Just go see it.
A lot of people do Euro tours.
Yeah.
Right? They go to like 12, 13 different cities and they take off a few months. And where's your favorite place?
In Turkey?
Yeah.
For me, it's a little different because I have family there, right? So like everywhere's always been fun for me because I have friends and family. But by far, probably somewhere in Izmir. I had a lot of fun in Izmir, yeah.
Smokey eye is one of the hardest looks to do, to be honest.
Is it?
It's hard because when you have something as dark and as bold as black, like you really have to be careful with like how much you're placing, and like with black you just have to start with very, very little and then you just build it up.
Build on it.
Best Turkish show to watch. Actually, there's so many.
There's a lot, like, and
Which
the genres
one?
vary. So It depends. Like, they have themes, okay? Most of them.
Mm-hmm.
The plotline, let me give you a few plot lines of Turkish shows. So it's either there's like some CEO of some company who ends up with like the poor girl or like the orphan child of some sort, and then somehow someone's sibling ends up being evil, and like there's backstabbing and someone's married to someone else down the line, but then in the end it all works out. Then there's like the mafia type shows.
Yeah.
Where they end up falling in love with the girl or someone's brother is the enemy, and then there's like this whole scene, killing, bang bang, like there's that one.
Yeah.
And then there's the it's not your child, it's his child, but there's like family secrets, like the family drama of like the rich and wealthy in Turkey type of shows.
Yeah.
And then there's the historic ones, and that's about it. Turkish people have a song for everything. Like there's a song for everything.
What do you
Anything
mean?
you can possibly think of, like there's like a depressing scene, let's
yeah,
say,
you're
like
right,
the
right.
words go along so perfectly with the scene. Like they have a song for everything, and like the language is very rich, so
Yeah.
I can't even translate it half the time.
Is Turkey a safe place to visit? How are the people there?
Well, it depends.
Oh my god. Okay, well.
At the end of the day, Turkey still borders the Middle East as much as it's not part of it. And I know a lot of places in the Middle East aren't always the safest. Turkey, genuinely, I would say it is a safe country to visit. I've gone alone multiple times. I've never really had a problem or any like negative encounter. There's been a lot of speculation around Turkey with like everything else that's going on. But overall, if you just don't dress too openly, as in no booty shorts, obviously, unless you're near like the lakefront or like you're near water area. But day-to-day shopping, just be a little more conservative and you'll be fine. I look like a little kid. Got into some markers.
It's true. Well, the top things that you can do in Turkey.
I recommend 100% going in one of the hot air balloons in Cappadocia, going over that. That's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Like I said, going to the Cotton Hills, any of the touristic places, eating food, eat a lot of food. I brought back baklava from Turkey when I went and I came back to work.
Oh my god, I remember!
Her and our other coworker were literally like done. They're done. You and her.
I was so excited because that's like authentic from straight up from the freaking villages of Turkey, bro. I know some aunt made that. Someone's
aunt made that.
Someone's grandma and aunt partnered up and made that shit, and it was so good. Like you get baklava here, but it's not the same.
It's dry.
It is dry, right? Don't you love the cream concealers?
I do. I just feel like they like cake out my face. I love it.
Yeah. Great.
My mom tells me I have too much makeup on all the time.
And you don't. What?
Yeah.
You barely wear anything.
Yeah, hear that, mother?
Much. Yeah. That's my mom too. But you know what? In our cultures, though, they're like very.
They're naturally pretty.
Yeah. So like people don't put too much because you have that natural beauty, and our moms don't want us to look like we're caked all the time. My mom's idea is that like if you look like you're too extra at parties, you're not gonna look nice on your wedding day. On your wedding day, I'm like, what? When is that even happening? Like,
my mom says that too. Where like my grandma had a heart attack about me getting tattoos.
Oh no!
Because she's afraid they're gonna show in my wedding dress, and I don't know what that has to do with her, but okay.
Why don't you teach us the top 5 things you should know in Turkish?
Obviously, know how to say hi to people. If you don't say hi to people, everyone thinks you're rude as hell. Like everyone just thinks that you weren't raised right. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys are big on manners, which is good.
We're huge on manners and like etiquette. Always, especially to your elders. So I'll teach you the pronouns, I guess. To someone older than you, but let's say not too much older. Let's say your friend's older sibling. You'd refer to them as like abla if they're a girl, like older sister. Or abi if they're like an older brother.
And that's like respect.
It's respect. Yeah, you say it to people who aren't even your siblings.
Yeah.
But if it's somebody a lot older, like let's say your parents' age or so forth, sometimes you can call them abla or abi, but sometimes they prefer amca, teyze, dayı, hala, which are all different things. They mean different. They're to address like aunts and uncles, but an aunt on your dad's side and an aunt on your mom's side are 2 different names. Aunt on your mom's side is teyze, aunt on your dad's side is hala. Yeah. So depending on whose family friend it is and how old they are and your connection to this person, you need to actually know their pronoun. Yeah, so it's complicated.
Okay, so I'm going to be using the Mara Cosmetics Passion Blossom. I used to call this passion fruit for the longest time. And I just wouldn't read the packaging. Oh, God. Are you a blush person? Mm-hmm. Right? I love it. I love, oh my god. Add it to the tip of your nose,
I put blush on everything. I put it to the bridge of my nose, too. Like that
yeah,
one.
like, it makes you look so awake and just fresh. You know, when I come to work, like, I just have blush on. I don't have, like, bronzer or anything. You guys look at her bottom lashes. Zoom, go to the camera. Look how freaking long they are. I love it. I actually did a radiant finish setting powder, so there's a lot more sparkle. And I'm just going to be highlighting her face. So this is the final look. I just did a smoky eye with a light pink lip